Good morning, everyone. Let me see if I can get, let me see if I can get anybody on here. Hang on just a second. This is not the easiest setup in the world, but we'll go with it. If you hop on here, let me know you're on. All right, let me see if I can get this set up properly so you guys can see me. Hey, Dina and Karen. All right, I'm in my kid's bathroom, so it's probably a good thing that I cleaned it yesterday because this is usually like the dirtiest room in the house, this in his bedroom. So, you know, teenage boys, they could care less about how things look, but their mom's a clean fanatic, so it gets disinfected and cleaned out once a week. And that's another thing I want to talk about today is cleaning your brushes and brush maintenance and why it's crucial. I put a post on my page the other day, and you may or may not have seen it because Facebook is doing all kinds of wacky things with algorithms, and so I'm not sure what's getting seen and what is not. But I wanted to put this video out there to talk to you guys about why it's crucial to take care of your brushes and your sponges. We all know some of the basic stuff like, you know, the bacteria, the germs, it can cause acne, but there's a couple other things that you need to know. Maintaining your brushes is actually going to increase the longevity of your brushes. It keeps them in good shape, and since I've started Limelight, this is the first time that I have ever invested in good brushes, and I'm thankful that I have because it makes a huge difference in the application of my makeup and that. But now that I have those good brushes, I want to maintain them. I don't want to, you know, have to replace them because of neglect. And the other thing that I learned the other day, and it kind of makes sense now that I've read into it, is that when your brushes are clean, I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer, but I never really thought about it. When your brushes are clean, they actually, you get a truer color to your products that you're putting down. So, you know, sometimes when you're using like an eyeshadow brush, you can tell like, wow, I can't get this color down because maybe it's because your brush is dirty. So it's important, actually it's imperative that they get washed at least once a week. So Limelight has a great product. Before I used to just use like face wash, or you can use pretty much anything. So even if you're not going to invest in our product, I wanted to encourage you to wash them somehow, either with a face wash, body wash, some soap, whatever it is, but get the bacteria off of them. Because any bacteria that's on your face, when you use those brushes, you're spreading it around. Especially if you are in the kind of business that I'm in now. Hang on, I need a Kleenex. And that is, you know, you may have someone else use your brushes. If that's the case, your brushes need to be disinfected every single time that someone else uses them. And I am a huge advocate for clean brushes and sponges. I had MRSA 2 years ago on my face, and they think it could have caused, it was like right above my eyebrow, and I had plucked my eyebrows probably a couple days before and had like a little bitty spot that was open and touched my face with MRSA that I picked up somewhere. Landed me in the hospital for 4 days. So I am a big advocate of disinfecting everything. I disinfect my cell phone a couple times a week, my keyboard, everything that has germs. So don't forget about these, you guys, because sometimes it gets overlooked. You're like, well, they're my brushes, no one else uses them, but the bacteria grows in there. So, and when you know, like when you're putting products down, you're also removing like dead skin cells off of your face. So those get built up in your brushes as well. So anyway, we have Come Clean Makeup and Sponge Makeup Brush and Sponge Cleaner. And this stuff is fabulous. It comes in a jar, and I use this at least once a week, and I've used it quite a bit already. I've had it maybe 2 months. So it lasts a long time. It doesn't take much. And this contains, it's like a solid, so you'll wet it a little bit and wet your brushes and your sponges. And it contains coconut oil, so that's great because it's going to improve the softness of your brushes. So that's where I was talking about maintaining for longevity. So if you keep your brushes clean and soft, you know, the bristles are going to last longer. And the other thing it contains, which I love, is tea tree oil. And I've been learning a lot about tea tree oil because it acts as a natural antiseptic and natural bacteria fighter and killer. So these two products in there, with the tea tree oil in there, you're actually getting any bacteria that may be built up on your brushes. It will get rid of it naturally. So no chemicals to do that, which I love. So I have a couple, I'll just clean, the brushes that I use the most every day I have in here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start out with our Blenderful, and I'm going to wet it. And then I just put a little bit of water into the jar of the Come Clean. And so you just swirl it around a little bit and then just start working it through your sponge. Dina, how's your day? Are you working, girl, or are you off? And then you're going to rinse it. Now there's quite a bit of product in here, and I don't know if you can, I wish I could hold my phone down, and you can see it's just coming out really easily. That's super hot water. And then I'll probably do a little bit on the sides, but it instantly cleans up that part. But let me do some on the side. Working. Yeah, this should be your last day though, right? You should be off because it's Friday and then it's the holiday. All right, so work a little bit more, but day is good. That's good. I always like Fridays when I work. It seems like things, well, it depending on what kind of law I was doing at the time. If it was mainly divorce, that can get ugly on a Friday afternoon. Straight A's got final grades. You know what? That is awesome. Brant got all of his final grades too. Straight A's as well. So we're going to celebrate here in the next few days. I told him we'll take him to Ruth's Chris for a steak dinner because the boy is a carnivore. And he loves that kind of stuff. So that's what we'll do. And I want to tell you, when you use this cleaner, you guys, it makes it so much faster. I guess it just takes all of the product right out. So as you can see, I'm going to rinse this a few more times, make sure all the products are the cleaners out. It's totally clean. So it's good to go. Disinfected. So I'll set this one over here. I hope this water is not too loud. Hey, Allison, that you can't hear me. And then I'll do my blush brush the same way. Just swirl it around in there and get it on there and massage it through the brush. Hey, Amber. And work it in really well. And I don't know if you can see, but it's like the product is just coming out, the color, it's dripping right off of there. But it speeds up the process. I can tell my brushes come clean much faster than when I just used to use like a soap or a face wash. How you doing, girl? How's the weather in Illinois? Is it crappy? It's actually cold here. I get to wear my fuzzy vest today. So it was in the 40s this morning. So another one done. And then another thing, if you want to help your, turn this off so you can hear, help your brushes dry quicker, kind of hang, let me see if I can put this out here, I'll show you. Hang it off the edge, cold, yep. Hang it off the edge of the counter. That way, you know how if they're laying flat, it's kind of hard to get every side dry. So just kind of hang them off the edge. I put a towel down and then just hang that, the brush part off the edge of your counter, and that will speed up the drying time. Let's do, this is my buffer brush. So this is my foundation brush that I use in combination with the Blenderful. Same thing, just swirl it around. I don't know what our water heater set on, but it's dangerously hot. And same thing, just massage it in. And this thing I use for everything. So it's my foundation brush. I use it to work my contour in, my highlight, all that stuff. So it's multi-purpose, so it's going to have a bunch of different products built up in it. And like I said, make sure you're doing this at least once a week. See how clean it is? Just leave it there to dry. What's everybody doing today? Anybody have any big plans for the weekend besides... I heard, Amber, I heard your little girl is sick, and I'm really sorry about that. Keep us posted. And I know there's not much we can do from a distance, but let us know if there is. And I'm wishing her a speedy recovery. This is my powder brush. I have to think about it a minute. Anyway, as far as the weekend goes, I know a lot of people are going to be busy. I have all of my Christmas prep done except for just some minor cooking. So tomorrow we are actually going to go out and play with our Jeep group. We're going on a, waiting on the car to come in. We're going to go on a Jeep run tomorrow. Building platform beds for the girls. Everybody's got stuff going on. I'm going to play. So we're going to be out in the desert. We're starting down here in the valley, and then we're going up to, in the mountains to this town called Crown King. And there's a saloon up there from like the 1800s that also used to serve as a brothel. So we always stop there and have lunch. And so it's going to be a good time. I think there's a pretty good sized group of us going. This is the one I used to put down. When I use Taupe for the Best, you can see how much product's coming off there for my contour. So just a little bit. And see how fast it goes, you guys? So you can do this in 5 minutes. Yeah, it is. It's going to be awesome. It's fun. We haven't been out with our Jeep friends probably, I think it's been almost a year. It's kind of crazy because we used to go all the time, and then everybody got so busy, and then one of them had a baby, and so they're back at it now. And but yeah, we've been doing a lot in our side-by-side, but tomorrow's all about the Jeeps. So we're going to do that, and then I'm having Christmas Eve morning, a few friends over for brunch, and then we're going to go to the 9 o'clock church up the road. Allison, you need to move out here, girl. I think you would love it out here. There's so much to do. Yeah, so I'm going to make like a egg casserole before church on Christmas Eve, and then we have a place to go Christmas evening, which I used to host every year, and this is the first year I'm not going to host since I moved here. It's kind of weird. All the eyeshadow brushes are clean. I have a couple other ones. But I'm telling you, ladies and guys, if there are any guys on here, make sure you're disinfecting these kind of things. Bacteria runs rampant, so... And Allison, you know this because you are a hairdresser, so you get it about disinfecting your combs and your brushes. I know you guys put it in that, I don't know what that stuff's called, like the blue stuff to disinfect. But doing your brushes are just as important. Makeup brushes are just important. So that's pretty much it. I've got just a few more to go, but I just wanted to give you the gist of it. So there is a little bit of like gunk in here, so the way I get rid of that is just rinse it out. And then she's good to go for the next time. So if you guys think you need this stuff, reach out to me and I'll hook you up. And even if you're not interested in my product, just do me a favor and clean your stuff so nobody ends up sick. All right, guys, I'll try to check in maybe in the next day or so. If I don't, no more messy house. I know, girl. That's what I was saying. The thing about hosting, I always get to bed like at 2 a.m. on Christmas morning, and then we get up at like 6, open presents, and then are over at Mike's mom's house before noon, so I'm like exhausted. So this year, I get to come home, set my stuff out, maybe have a glass of wine in front of the fireplace, and go to bed. So I'm looking forward to it, but I do kind of miss, I'm going to miss having everyone at our house, because it's always been super fun. All right, so I'm off here. I'm going to meet my friend Kimberly for lunch, and do some fun girl stuff. If I do not talk to you before the holiday, everyone have a Merry Christmas, and take care. And Amber, I wish your little girl a speedy recovery, and keep us posted on that. So Merry Christmas, everyone. Be kind. Don't forget that.